Hello, everyone. Welcome to the video, The Information and Tools You Need to Promote Careers in Aging Week, hosted by the Gerontological Society of America and supported by the GSA Innovation Fund. Get ready for Careers in Aging Week. This annual event is happening March 3rd to the 9th, and we're glad you're watching this special video to preview the 2019 Careers in Aging Social Media Awareness Campaign. Several organizations will be sharing their plans for raising awareness of careers in aging. So learn how you too can take action and raise awareness about the diverse careers available in the field of aging. I am Judy Liu, Vice President of Publishing and Professional Resources at the Gerontological Society of America, and I'd like to introduce our speakers for today. Lindsay Schwartz is Associate Vice President of Workforce and Quality Improvement at American Healthcare Association National Center for Assisted Living. Brent Will is Vice President of Workforce Development at Argentum. Susan Hildebrandt is Vice President of Workforce Initiatives at LeadingAge. Careers in Aging Week is celebrated at businesses, clinics, coalitions, organizations, colleges, universities, and other parties around the world, promoting the wide-ranging career opportunities in aging and aging research. So that's what Careers in Aging Week is. Here is why the goals of Careers in Aging Week are to bring greater awareness and visibility of the wide-ranging career opportunities in aging and aging research. It's also to garner increased support for aging issues. So how do we go about that? You'll find on these web pages many free campaign resources and activities that include web banners to help promote Careers in Aging Week, career centers with current job offerings, online directory of the many academic programs available to get one started on a career path, collections of educational resources to help you choose, build, plan your career, assess the career, choose a major, build your resume, prepare for interviews, build a network, consider research careers, labor market information, internships, grants, and fellowships. So here's our call to action. Please share this information with your colleagues and friends. Together, we can better the lives of older adults through research, education, and practice as we bring about the next generation of experts on aging. We expect to draw hundreds of thousands of social media impressions this year at #CareersInAging19. So without further delay, I'll hand the microphone to Dr. Lindsay Schwartz to share how her organization will be raising awareness of careers in aging.
Thanks, Judy, and I'm glad to be here today, and thanks for joining us. The American Healthcare Association and National Center for Assisted Living, or AHCA-NCAL, is a nonprofit of state affiliate health organizations. We represent more than 13,500 not-for-profit and for-profit long-term and post-acute care providers, including nursing homes, skilled nursing facilities, assisted living communities, and residential services for intellectual and developmental disabilities. Our mission is improving lives by delivering solutions for quality care. And part of our solutions to address that is addressing our workforce challenges. There's an increasing need for care. Our population of older adults is rapidly increasing. From 2016 to 2060, the number of adults aged 65 and older will nearly double from about 47, almost 48 million to 88 million. This means that 1 in 4 Americans will be at least 65 years old by 2060. This increase means an increase in the number of individuals needed to fill careers in aging. According to the Department of Health and Human Services and a report by the Department of Labor, the United States will need between 5.7 million and 6.5 million nurses, nurse aides, home health care, and personal care workers to care for the 27 million Americans who will require long-term care by 2050. This drastic increased need for caregivers supports the need for Careers in Aging Week and why it is important that you and your organization join us in celebrating Careers in Aging Week and bringing awareness to the need for careers. It is important to show potential workforce members that the great opportunities in long-term care. Ways that you can celebrate Careers in Aging Week is to celebrate your current staff. Host a party to celebrate and thank those staff that are working already so hard in your center or community. Remember to invite the families of staff as well as including residents and their family members to acknowledge the great work they're doing. You can also recognize staff with service awards based on tenure. Recognize staff for outstanding customer service. Involve residents and their families to honor staff and ask staff to nominate each other. Peer-to-peer recognition is incredibly important. You can also share all this great work at staff meetings, or we've even seen boards where you walk into a center or community and see the superstars workforce that are in the centers and communities. Other ways to recognize your staff include certificates of achievement, maybe even including, if you can, a gift card, company apparel. Who doesn't love a free shirt, a nice polo, a bag, or a cup to also represent your community and celebrate staff? Recognition in front of peers and residents family members is always nice and appreciated. What about a VIP parking space, especially if you're a community or center in a city where parking is hard to come by? You can also think about things like free lunch. Who doesn't love a great pizza party, breakfast treats, an ice cream party? And as I mentioned before, peer-to-peer recognition is vital, and implementing a program that is consistent and understood by all staff is a great idea. We also just want to share, you can find more resources and ideas to recruit staff, staff engagement, and improve leadership at the HCA and Cal Workforce Resource Center. And you can find that at the web address in front of you.
Great, thank you, Lindsay. And next on our panel, we have Brent from the Argentum Workforce Development.
Thank you. Share the excitement about being able to join in Careers in Aging Week. This is an issue that we all face. We have many of the same workforce challenges. Our research very much mirrors exactly what Lindsay shared about the kinds of issues that we face across aging, and critically, we all can work together to raise awareness of the careers that we offer and make sure that we are doing everything we can to attract and retain the best workers that we have, that we can for our industry. Argentum is a nonprofit organization. We represent the professionally managed senior living industry. That includes communities in independent living, assisted living, memory care, life planned communities. And according to our research, to supplement what Lindsay just shared, we have projected that senior living needs to bring 1.4 million people into senior living by the year 2025. And so we have to do everything we can to recruit as widely as possible and the best people possible, really make sure that we are retaining our workers and engaging them in such a way that they really grow within our industry. And those are all things that at Argentum we've really focused on to make sure that we are prepared and continue to thrive as an industry. One of the key ways we've been able to do that is through an initiative that we launched on behalf of the senior living industry, open to everybody, which is called Senior Living Works. This is a web resource and a network focused on growing that senior living workforce, raising awareness of it, and making sure that we are really out there in the community, raising awareness of what we do, working with the community, especially with educators across the country, to bring that workforce in and make sure that we have that vital industry that we know we all love and share. So our edge in being able to do this is that we do offer careers in caring. Everybody that's viewing this, I'm sure, knows that senior living has incredible workers. We're passionate, we're caring individuals. We want to make a difference, and we have terrific careers. We have an opportunity to do good for others. We support professional growth. We have work-life balance. We capitalize on the strengths and passions of each of our employees, and we have such a wide range of careers, everything from nursing, caregiving, management, sales, culinary are all incredible career options. And we need to do everything we can to make sure that people are aware of just how wide that is. That's why Careers in Aging Week can be such a great touch point. Your selfie really can matter. But in addition, I want to share some things that can help us to even make the most out of those relationships that we have, make the most out of the community resources that are out there for us to be able to reach. And so I want to encourage us to consider some other ways to take advantage of Careers in Aging Week, to visit a school, hold an open house, and take your selfie from there. Do your social media in such a way that our hashtag really is focusing on our careers and those kinds of opportunities, and showcasing that for young people, career changers, parents, teachers, educators, that are all important parts of that mix. At Senior Living Works, we've put it all together for our industry to be able to go and be part of this and let senior living professionals really access these kinds of things. So I want to walk through some of the resources that we have that we encourage you to take advantage of as you build Careers in Aging Week and build off of those kinds of connections that we really hope we're making. We've recognized that even though people might be in nursing programs, but not even really be thinking about necessarily aging services, assisted living as great opportunities for that. People in health career and health management programs that might be thinking about other ways, but not necessarily in aging services. So we really have put together resources to help people see that your business career is something that you can really apply in a way that does great work in assisted living, in aging services, in senior living. That you can have a career in caring as a nurse and really be able to apply that within aging services in a way that people might not be aware of. And so these resources are there. They're free for anybody to be able to use. And actually, as long as you credit Senior Living Works, you'll be able to even put your own logos on it and everything and be able to take that on. In addition, we know that making those school connections is incredibly important. How we are talking to schools, how we're reaching out to them, so that, again, in a nursing program, people really understand, you know what, I'm in a high school career and technical program for nursing aides, as examples. But the connection that people are making at that point can help them to determine, are they going to go in long-term care, or they may be able to go elsewhere. So we've created presentations that you can use, presentations that you could take to administrators of education programs, like a dean of a college or an instructor at a career and technical program, to really explain about careers in senior living, explain about the kinds of options there are, explain ways that people can really get into it, and how to do things like internships and set those kinds of things up. In addition, we created presentation and videos that showcase really for people in education programs so that they can see what kinds of careers there are and how exciting they are, be able to share the excitement that we have about the industry, and showcase those people that really do have those careers in caring that we really want to be part of. These can all be effective ways to be able to capitalize on Careers in Aging Week, to make those kinds of connections, as well as showcase the kinds of things that I know many of us are already doing in our communities. We also know, though, that sometimes people have a hard time understanding, well, just where are these education programs? So we actually just announced and are pleased to be able to share a new pipeline tool that lets you search to be able to find, look under many different occupations within senior living, look at this and be able to sort by state and by county and find the programs that are there that match what we might be looking for within senior living, down to a regional level where you can make that kind of connection, see where the most valuable programs are, how many people are going through there, and get a contact information so that you can reach out and make those connections. If you've got a great connection, I encourage you to really capitalize on Careers in Aging Week to be able to highlight those kinds of connections through the week. And in addition, use the opportunity to reach out to some new schools in your area to understand what kinds of programs they have, figure out the best way that you can be able to talk to students, maybe put a program together that way. And then once we have that kind of connection, we really are looking to take things to the next level. We have created an engagement program called Senior Living Works Ambassadors. Ambassadors are senior living professionals who are really point persons for their communities and for their companies and organizations to be able to coordinate that kind of outreach and do that kind of effort. We have now more than 550 ambassadors across the country. And as an ambassador, everybody is welcome to join, and it's a national campaign, and you really are able to recruit and retain that future workforce, lead outreach to education institutions, participate in a network where we share best practices. We also have ongoing webinar series and resources available for our ambassadors to be able to really carry that connection on. So we encourage everybody to become an ambassador. It's free, and it's open to anybody in our industry. And ambassadors really are sharing that passion about careers and caring, telling your career story, growing education partnerships. And Careers in Aging Week is an amazing way to be able to, for ambassadors to say, you know what, I'm in senior living. I'm so proud of the work that we do. Here's what we do, and this is why I'm so excited about it. Some of the things that we've done within our ambassador network is showcase really how we can grow those connections and take things from what might be a one-off kind of relationship. Many of us I know are working directly with schools at all levels, which is amazing. What we find is sometimes it might be a one-off job fair, a day where we do that kind of outreach. I don't want to discount that. That's an amazing opportunity. We really have been able to showcase how we can partner and really grow relationships where schools look to us. We have a constant feedback going with them. And so really, as things get going and as you work with these community resources, there are ways to join advisory committees, work on different kinds of course offerings they have, address students, offer subject matter expertise, and our ambassadors have taken things a step further. And so some of the things that ambassadors have been able to do is summer internship programs, a virtual dementia tour that they've done for students and faculty. Some have been involved in summer camps for nursing skills, partnering with colleges and class work, school to work programs, youth apprenticeship programs are all things that can be really things that we can really highlight the kinds of opportunities that exist there. So I encourage everybody to really showcase everything that we're doing, whether it's taking that selfie and showcasing just how great we are as an industry, to the further connections that we can make and really use this week to both highlight what we're doing and cement some new relationships that will really carry forward and make this a year-long, ongoing activity that we can really look back on over the year. I really appreciate being part of this effort, and definitely take a look at seniorliving.works and join our efforts.
Super, thank you, Brent. And next we have Susan from Workforce Initiatives at LeadingAge.
Thanks, Judy, and welcome. And I am absolutely delighted to work with GSA, ACA-NCAL, and Argentum on Careers in Aging Week. And as we've all said, our goal really is to help your organizations expose students to the wide variety of careers in aging services. And Brent went through a number of them. Our field is like all other industries, very diverse, lots of different kinds of jobs. And as Lindsay said earlier, lots and lots of opportunities. So who is LeadingAge? Well, we are the Association of Nonprofit Aging Services Providers. We have about 6,000 members. They range from large life plan communities to skilled nursing homes to affordable housing, to adult day, assisted living, home care, and so forth. We have numerous areas of focus like the other organizations as represented by our various centers. And of course, we also focus on policy and advocacy at the federal level. So my job in the next few minutes is really just to kind of give you a sense of what to do the week of March 3rd in your organization. Believe it or not, many students aren't aware of the large number of jobs in our field, and you can expose them to it by having them to your community. And here are some suggestions just to get you started. You can try a shadow day. Invite students to follow your team members around for part of the day so they get a sense of the different careers. Make sure the students see all different kinds of jobs in your community. Hold an open house. Invite students, members of the community, and have them visit your organization one day that week. Hold a tour and do some Q&A just to, find out what their questions are. Definitely get your residents and their families involved. Most team members say that being with residents is actually the best part of their job. So you can invite a classroom to lunch and urge them to get to know the residents and their families. Hold a volunteer or job fair. Do you need volunteers or staff? I'm sure you do. So set up and advertise a job fair at your organization that week in March. Here's just a couple of photos of a shadow day that took place in Lindsborg, Kansas. One of our state groups did a Careers in Aging Day last week and invited high school students to share their team and took a couple photographs. Remember, pictures are key. When you have these sorts of events, take photographs. So what else can LeadingAge provide to you? Well, a few years ago, we launched the Center for Workforce Solutions website. It has a number of different resources, and essentially it's a one-stop shop for all sorts of information you may wish to consider using around workforce. This week, Careers in Aging Week, or in the future, there are promising practices around recruitment and retention, presentations, and I'll highlight one in a moment, and one-pagers on the crisis. Lots of good information. As I just mentioned, here is one of our resources, just a simple slide from a PowerPoint if you'd like to visit a school, which Brent talked a lot about. This is just one slide from a presentation done by LeadingAge, and it shows students the jobs that are available in aging services with a high school education and some training. Other slides show jobs that require more education. So that's it. We're so delighted to have you get involved, and I know Judy will be providing our emails later in the presentation, and I welcome any questions or comments.
Great. Thank you, Lindsay, Susan, and Brent. It's been a real pleasure learning about what you and your organizations are doing to bring greater awareness and visibility to careers in aging. So here, again, are our web pages as well as our personal email addresses. Please feel free to contact us with questions or ways to engage around Careers in Aging Week 2019. So on behalf of everyone on the video today, thank you for watching the video, and we look forward to seeing you at #CareersInAging19.